bookish friends. This is Joan. I want to talk today about what I'm reading in May. It's probably a little ways into May by the time this is air, on YouTube. But I do start from the first day of the month. I carry over whatever I'm in the process of reading, and then I add stuff. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Last month I read 14 books. I am sort of in that number for books that I'm planning to read this month. We'll just see how it pans out. I did have my carryovers. So my carryovers from April are To Kill a Mockingbird. And I don't know, where am I in here? I'm in part 2. I love this book. I love the characters. And I think on another video I said, I love this book so much. Don't get the audio, just read it and be. But do you know who reads the audio for this? Sissy Spacek. And my friends, probably my only subscribers, know that I am such a huge Sissy. Well, one of my favorite movies of all time is Coal Miner's Daughter. And she plays Loretta Lynn. So hearing her as a grown-up scout, it couldn't be better. And she's so good. So good. So totally recommend it. I'm enjoying this thoroughly. And that's why I popped it in there. I wanted something that I knew was going to be so perfect. So it even surprised me how good it is. My other carryover from April is A Gentleman in Moscow. And I'm having trouble, y'all, getting through this book. There are parts where I am super engrossed and then it seems to go off somewhere and I get bored. And then I get engrossed and then I get bored. And then I get engrossed and then I get bored. I don't know if it's a me but I know people loved it. And so I did try to even watch a couple of the episodes of the show. I think it's on Showtime. And it's the same thing. There are moments where I get, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so my other carryover is Cold Mountain. And I talked to you about this when I did my April update, that the audio on this is so old that it says, the end of disc 2. Please insert disc 3. So it was on CD. And they haven't updated it, and it's the author reading it, and he reads it in a monotone way. I think the writing is beautiful, and I think the story is amazing. So I may dump the audio on this one, and then just continue for myself. There's some great lines in here, and yeah, it's good. But I don't think that the audio is good. It should be redone, re-recorded with somebody that can do it justice, because it's beautiful writing. I will finish this one. Okay. I also said that last month, in addition to Kill a Mockingbird, I inserted Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone because I knew it would be great. And this month, I moved on to the Chamber of Secrets because of the same thing. I wanted something that I knew was going to be great, and, because I'm in a sea of, I don't know. So, Jim Dale reads the Harry Potter series, and he is an amazing narrator. And so I went and I looked to see what other books that he did. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of adult books. They're mostly kids' books. But I saw Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And I thought, I've had this since I was, 10. And I haven't read it. So Jim Dale is reading it to me, as it should be. The adult child in me loves this. So totally recommend any of Jim Dale's books read. He's amazing. The next book I have on my list, and I'm actually almost finished with, is The Art Thief. This is a nonfiction book. I like Michael Finkel. I read Stranger in the Woods a long time ago, and I still think about that book. So when I saw this was published, I thought, ooh, I love the way he handles a true story. And if you haven't read Stranger in the Woods, man, that was so, it's crazy. It's a crazy story, and it's well written. And anyway, so I'm going through this one, The Book Thief. This is about I said The Book Thief, but I meant The Art Thief. This is about a man, and I will do a deep dive on the facts of this book after I've read it. So this man, he is, I believe, Belgian. And he was the most prolific art thief of all time. He pulled off more than 200 heists, often in crowded museums in daylight, and his girlfriend served as an accomplice. His collection, he lived in his mother's attic. And he had all these priceless works of art. Yeah, he has a whole philosophy. So apparently, what I gathered from the book, there were a lot of psychologists and interviews that were done, and that's how this came about. But I'm enjoying this. And if you like that kind of, it's a good story. It just happens to be, a nonfiction. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where this one goes. Okay, y'all, I'm having a little World War II fatigue. And some of that is my own doing, for sure, because I just finished The Nightingale. And then this is a book club book, Warsaw, Orphan. The Things We Cannot Say. And we were the lucky ones. It's a lot of World War II after The Nightingale. So one of these is book club. I got them mixed up. And so when I was at book club, I think I was saying this book, but I meant this book. So I thought I'll just read them both because I have them both. But perhaps it's not a good idea to have 3 historical fiction World War II books going at the same time. I'm getting them all mixed up a little bit. So those are on my to-be-read list this month. And I'm going to try because they're book club books. I'm not sure which one of those 2 is actually going to be, but I'm going to read them both. So in my April, update, I talked about the Midnight at the Bright Ideas bookstore and how much I loved it and how it was very unexpected. So it was so much so that I saw his second book had just been published, and Michael Sullivan, I think is his name, Matthew Sullivan, Midnight in Soap Lake. Different. I've just started it. I'm not very far into it. The premise is interesting. So a woman who is married to a man who studies lakes. They move to an isolated area so that he can study this one particular phenomena, I can't say it, condition that happens. And then he ends up getting this grant that takes him to Europe, and she can't come along. And at some point she's out in the middle of nowhere, and this the 4-year-old kid comes running out of nowhere. And so she's in a town where she didn't grow up, and she's not terribly familiar. And it's a small town, so they're all familiar. Anyway, she gets this child, and that's where I am in the book. I don't know what else unfolds. We'll see. But I like his writing, and I'm excited to see where we go in this. The next one on my list, this is a holdover, and I don't know. I know everyone loves this Pulitzer Prize, Oprah. I've tried twice. I'm a little further than I got the last time, but not much. I say, for me, I always have to give a book 25% of the book before I really make a judgment, and I'm not there yet. So I'm going to try to push through. We'll see. I'm not sure. Could be a mood thing, could be a me thing. I'm not sure. Oh, this weekend I was struggling through the list, and I thought I just need something quick, fast, easy, good reads. So I have a stack of Kristin Hannah books that my friend Ginger loaned me. So I read Distant Shores, and it takes place, you guessed it, in the Pacific Northwest, and it's a couple, they're selfish. They're only thinking about themselves, and I don't know, I was annoyed with most of this. It was fine. It was a happy ending. So, if you want to take it on vacay and read it at the beach, that is the perfect time for this. So then, so I read this on Saturday, and then Sunday I picked this one up. And, these are fast reads. They're not difficult read. I mean, I went to the grocery store, I cooked dinner, I went to a purse bingo thing, and I read the 2 books. So this one, it was a little more interesting. It does kind of devolve into the same thing, Sisters, Pacific Northwest. There is some, happy ending. But I liked it. I liked both of these fine. Like I said, if my friend was about to get on a plane to go somewhere, I'd say, yeah, take one of these. They're perfect for that. You're not going to, write home about it. I think I didn't love them, but I liked them pretty good. So I've seen this book. I just ordered it. So this is a new book on my May to be read list. First of all, I love the cover art. That's what got me first. And I think the idea is interesting. In the Maine woods. So I'm in Maine a lot. I've only been there once, but so I think a hiker disappears. And so there's an investigation. I don't know. I just thought it sounded interesting, and I liked the cover. So I try to pick up something newish, and then, read from what I have as well. And then, of course, book club and what becomes available on Libby. So that is what I'm doing in May. Hopefully there'll be something in there that I absolutely love along the way. And I hope this is helpful to you. And until next time, keep reading.